Welcome to everyone who picked pile 1. It's been a while, right? I've been honestly just so overwhelmed with personal stuff lately. I did keep up with the shorts, but videos are such a time suck, so I've been a bit MIA, but anyway, I'm gonna try my best to stick to my original schedule from now on. So, let's dive into today's reading. Today's theme is their true feelings and their next move. First, we are gonna look at the first line to check the vibe between you two and a bit about their personality. For pile 1, okay, I'm seeing a few different scenarios here, but the common thread is regardless of what's going on, most of you are likely in no contact right now. If you're thinking, wait, we're talking and things are great, we're doing well, then this is not your pile, so please go back and you might want to go pick another one. Looking at this person, they're not doing so hot. I don't know the backstory, but I see some burnout, maybe even full-on depression. But people around them probably have no clue. Why? Because they're faking it. On the outside, they act like they've got it all together, but when they are alone, they're struggling. They might have been hurt recently, or maybe it's an old wound that never really healed, so they've just shut down. With the Hermit and Nine of Swords coming out together, this person is not sleeping well. Their head is spinning and they're just completely fried. As for their personality, they have a lot of pride, like a lot. Their image is everything to them, so they never show their mess. They will post on Instagram looking like they're living their best life. You know that vibe, right? We all see those curated feeds and think like, wow, they're winning, but we know that's not the whole story. That's exactly them. Plus, they're very stubborn. They don't really listen to anyone and they're super sensitive. Actually, I think they are just naturally high-strung. And with the Three of Swords, I get a strong feeling that this is a self-inflicted wound. They probably messed up and now they are reaping what they sowed. But again, knowing how proud they are, they'll never admit it. But the bottom line is, they're miserable now. If you are in a situationship or in a talking stage, there's a lot of overthinking and calculating going on. I see cases where one side suddenly ghosted because they got overwhelmed by their own head, or another reason, you might even feel betrayed before things even properly started. For couples, it's giving, it's all for show. You know, those couples who are just together for appearance. To the outside world, you look happy and perfect, but in reality, you barely speak. You're just roommates in separate rooms. Even for married couples, you play the part at social gatherings, but the moment you're home, you're living separate lives. You get the ideas, right? But you cannot admit it's over yet, so you're just toughing it out. And for those looking for reconciliation, it looks pretty dead in the water. Maybe they blocked you, maybe you blocked them, maybe it's mutual. Total radio silence. But they're still lurking. They're checking up on you while feeling miserable and resentful all by themselves. Pile 1, this is pretty heavy right out of the gate. This energy is very heavy. So let's look at their true feelings. Honestly, this person is drowning in self-pity right now, and they still haven't let go of this. Fantasy of you, thoughts of you. Across the board, they see you as the Empress. And I mean, you're the Empress, obviously. You feel so far away, so out of their league. You look so abundant, elegant, and like you're doing just fine without them. But with the Hierophant here, there's this deep-seated self-censorship. They're constantly asking themselves like, am I even allowed to reach out? And for some of you, there might be actual commitment issue, like maybe they are married, but they have feelings for you. They know it's wrong, so they're forcing themselves to stay in their lane. If that's not the case, it's just a feeling of like, am I even good enough for you? Because they think you seem more successful or put together than them, and it's triggering their complex. But remember what I said? They're proud. They will not show it. They just stew in it. There's a total contradiction here. With the Knight of Cups, they don't want to come to you. They want to be romantic and sweet, but at the same time, their guard is way up. Remember the Three of Swords before? Because of the past baggage, or it could be you, they've built a massive wall. So even though they like you, they're just watching you from behind the fence. It's super passive. And the Hermit showed up again. When cards repeat like this, the energy is incredibly loud. One thing is for sure, they think about you constantly. The Hermit is not just hiding. They are ruminating. This means they are studying you. Instead of talking to you, they are just rereading all the text or stalking your social media over and over. They cannot stop thinking about you, but they will not take action. Not yet. Their thoughts have grown so big that they are basically paralyzed. If you are in a situationship, they are thinking, you're perfect, my total ideal type, but I'm barely keeping my own head above water. I cannot give you any certainty. Watching you from a distance is all I can manage right now. And if you are a couple, they think like, my heart is closed. I feel so small compared to you, so I just keep acting defensive. And if you are hoping for reconciliation, you're doing so well without me, aren't you? I'm still stuck in the past and I want to apologize, but I don't know if you even take me back. I have to look like a fool, so I'll just watch you from afar. Yeah, the feelings are there, but they are being so cautious. They're honestly just scared. Now, let's look at the future actions. Usually with cards like this, I would say they will not move for a while, but let's see. So if you've watched my video, you know I don't usually do reversals. I like a freestyle layout, but the Sun card just popped out upside down, reversed, so I pulled it again and it's reversed again. In case like this, I have to read it. Is the universe trying to tell us something? The first card is the Fool. When the Fool shows up as action, it usually means contact is coming. They might show up out of the blue or send a text or sliding a DM, something like that. But it's very impulsive and immature energy. It's so random. And it could be like late night WhatsApp text or just sending reels, And if you respond, they probably will not even have a real follow-up. I mean, after all that Hermit soul searching in the cave, this is the move? It's so impulsive, right? It's like they just threw a pebble into the pond because they were feeling restless, not because they had a plan. It's more of an impulsive escape for them than a genuine move toward you. And the bigger problem is the Sun reversed. This card means the result won't be what you hoped for. In this context, the reversed Sun feels like I can imagine a child throwing a tantrum. They acted on impulse, but when they actually face you, they cannot hide their dark state, that depressed energy we saw earlier. Instead of bringing light and positivity or giving you an answer, they'll probably just dump their gloom on you or act immaturely. Like, look how much I'm suffering because of you. As a result, things probably will not improve. It might even turn into a fight, or even if it's not a loud argument, it will be this exhausting power struggle, and it's going to be very draining. Look, this person has not even sorted out their own mess yet. If they come to you in this state, it's not going to end well. If any of you really want things to work out with this person, do not contact them first. And if they do reach out, don't just jump at it. Keep them at arm's length. Be a bit cold. Post on social media about how amazing your life is. Just gracefully pay them no mind. I know that sounds a little weird, but you know what I mean, right? If you just take their hand and let them in right now, they'll stay in this messy state forever. They need a period of being iced out to actually wake up and get their act together. Wow, pile 1. The energy was really heavy. But please don't be too discouraged. Energy is always shifting, so this is not set in stone. Check back in after some time has passed. That's all for pile 1 today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome to those who picked pile 2. It has been way too long, right? My life has just been absolute chaos lately, so I have been able to post a video in forever. But I'm gonna try my best to get back on a regular schedule and be more consistent for you guys. Anyway, let's get into today's reading. Today's topic is their true feelings and their next move. First, let's look at the first line to check out the vibe of your relationship and a little bit about who this person is. Okay, so I was gonna pull 4 cards for the first line, but 5 just popped out, so we're going with 5. Pile 1 was honestly super depressing, but pile 2 is total different, total opposite. The first thing I'm seeing is this person you're thinking is doing great, like really great. I see a mix of situationship, couples, and exes here, but across the board, this person is thriving. Their career is taking off, they're making money, they're just killing it. For example, if they are entrepreneur, they're probably expanding. If they're a student, they're looking at graduate school or moving abroad to study, they're basically leveled up. If they're at 9 to 5, they're probably just got a fat bonus or a promotion. You get the vibe, right? They're out there eating good, traveling, and just soaking in all the self-love. I don't know. Why am I getting slightly annoyed by this? Is this person a bit of a narcissist? Because I feel this kind of annoying energy. If you look at their personality, there's someone who's totally full of themselves. They're very confident. They have sky-high self-esteem, they crave validation, and they're incredibly confident. I mean, they're not a bad person. They're very polite. They look gentlemen on the surface, and they seem like a good catch. But deep down, they are total hardcore realist. They hate wasting time on anything that doesn't work. If they feel like a relationship is not going anywhere, they will not even start. It's like they have this I'm not losing out mentality. Let's break it down by relationship type. For situationships, or if you are in talking stage, I don't think that there are many of you in this pile, but if you are, this person is honestly pretty satisfied with their life as it is. You know how it is, right? People like that are not exactly desperate to date. For them to actually move, you have to really bring something to the table, right? They're very big on stats. your skills, your background, your job, your education, all that practical stuff. They're totally sizing you up. But the good news is they think you do fit their criteria. So they're kind of weighing their options right now. For couples, it's similar. A lot of you must be really successful or talented. You guys look like power couple, the kind people are jealous of. Stable, high status, looking perfect on the outside. But as a partner, this person is a bit selfish. I see a lot of you being the one to compromise or understand them. They're super happy with the relationship right now because, well, it's working for them. The problem is the exes. If you are broken up, the vibe is different. This person is actually happy being single. Like they prefer their life now more than when they were with you. They're just driving solo. That's why I got a little triggered when I saw the card earlier. Anyway, let's look at their true feelings in more detail. They might act like this on the surface, but maybe it's different inside. Let's see. Their inner feelings are not that different. Regardless of your situation, the common energy is they're instinctively attracted to you. They want to own you, but they will never show it. This person functions on logic, not emotion. With the Page of Swords, they're definitely stalking your social or digging for information about you. It feels very calculated, but that doesn't mean they don't have feelings. They do. There's this soft, genuine crush there, and they really want to reach out. But the vibe I'm getting is it's not some deep, like soul searching connection, you know what I mean? It's more like I want to take that pretty flower and plant it in my own garden kind of energy. It's a crush mixed with a bit of possessiveness, especially since they are not just looking for fun, they are looking at you as a potential life partner. They're literally checking off boxes. They like you, sure, but the bigger question for them is, do you fit into my life? I feel like this person has a lot going for them. Maybe money, or career, or like their environment, or just something they're really proud of. So their standards are through the roof. They screen people like they're conducting a job interview. It's a lot. Well, if you are in the talking stage, they're definitely interested and willing to make a move. But they will not cross a certain line just yet. They want to observe you more to see if you are actual partner material. For couples, they seriously see you as a forever candidate. They're satisfied, like I said. It's giving posh and bags, the total power couple vibe. It looks perfect, but it only works because you are the one being so understanding. And honestly, they know it. They know you are catering to them. And their mindset is, as long as you keep being exactly who I want you to be, I'm gonna treat you like royalty. Well, that's fair, but kind of annoying. Well, the exes, like I said, they are not exactly rushing to get back together. It's not that they never think of you. There's still some feelings, but it's not enough for them to blow up their current peace. If you want them back, you can get them, but you are gonna have to be the one to swallow your pride. Their attitude is basically, I'm perfectly happy right now, but if you come crawling back and ask me to see you, I guess I'll think about it. What a jerk. Sorry about that. This person is actually very transparent. They know exactly what they want. It all comes down to whether you hold a card that they actually want. Let's look at their future action. Like I said, total transparent. Their actions match their thoughts perfectly. For the talking stage people, it looks like they're done vetting you. They're gonna reach out in their own way. They're down for something serious. You can definitely expect like confession. They'll come to you. But even if you want to make the first move, that's fine too. For couples, no major issues. Just keep doing what you're doing. But they might try to take the lead in a way that feels a bit controlling or old fashioned, like, just do what I say. If you are okay with that, you guys will be fine. This person is the type to fulfill their duties and obligations to the max. If you give them what they want, they will give you the world. Also, expect the next step conversation soon. Marriage, engagement, moving in, something big is coming. And for the exes, they're not moving at all. If you want a reconciliation, you have to be the one to make the move. And you have to go in completely humbled. They might even set some conditions like, when we were together, I hated it when you did this. Can you stop doing that? If so, maybe we can talk. They're gonna act so high and mighty. If you can get past that and get back together, you guys will be fine. They will work on the relationship, but you're gonna have to leave your ego at the door. Well, I guess they're just that great of catch, but the cocky energy is just everywhere in this reading. Anyway, as I always say, the choice is yours. That's all I have for pile 2 today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome to those who picked pile 3. It's been a while, right? Honestly, I've been so caught up with personal stuff lately that I have been able to post, so it really feels like it's been forever. I'm gonna try my best to stay on top of my original schedule from now on. Anyway, let's jump in today's reading. Today's theme is their true feelings and their next move. First, we're gonna look at the first line to check the vibe of your relationship and a bit of their personality. So for this pile, I'll say about 90% of you guys are broken up. Looking at this person, on the surface, they seem fine, but inside, they're burned to a crisp. With this Emperor and the Queen of Swords, they're maintaining their status perfectly. If they're a student, they're hitting the books. If they're working, they're making bank and holding down their position. But internally, they're completely unmotivated and dry. They're just going through the motions. They're stuck in the past, reminiscing and missing you, but they have zero drive to actually do anything about it. They're just there, existing in their memories while doing their daily grind. Character-wise, they're very proud, super stubborn, and they have this cold streak. If something doesn't fit their criteria, they will cut it off without a second thought. They're very logical, very rational. But on the flip side, because they're so obsessed with their own standards and territory, they can be emotionally repressive or even a bit naggy, like they don't really listen to anyone, right? Even if someone offers kindness or a new opportunity, their own rules always come first. They're probably a nightmare to give advice to. Like I said, most of you are exes. And what's screaming at me here is how much they miss the past, which is you, obviously. They know in their head that it's over, but their heart has not fully caught up yet. So even though they know, they can't let go. Thoughts of getting back together might cross their mind, but I don't see them reaching out first. Not a chance. The breakup was probably so intense that they think reconciliation is basically a pipe dream. For the tiny minority who are couples, there's a massive power imbalance here. One person is dominating and pushing, and while the other is just, may it might look okay from the outside, but emotionally and physically, it feels like the spark is dead. And for the talking stage, honestly, I don't think there's anyone here, but if there is, it's a dead end. They are either still hung up on their ex, so traumatized by their past relationship that they have zero interest in dating. So if you are expecting a start, I think it's probably not happening. Let's look at their true feelings. Well, their inner thoughts are way more cold and calculated than I expected. And there's some real selfishness here. Like I mentioned, they know the relationship is dead. So their mindset is, what we had was great, but that's the past, we're done now, it's over. They have this defensive wall up, making sure they don't go back. It's a total contradiction. They miss you, but they are determined not to return. Does this person have a bit of manipulator streak? I'm getting a very controlling the narrative vibe. I said they were just staying still, but their intent is different. If you're hoping for reconciliation, listen closely. They will not reach out first, but they are thinking, if we get back together, are you gonna treat me like you used to? Even though we ended badly and I hurt you. Can you just start from zero and be good to me again? They're basically think like this. It's very calculating. And then there is a Seven of Swords here. In a reconciliation context, this is the biggest red flag I would say. It's a deceptive comeback. If they do reach out and say, it's only you, you're the one, we have to be together, I missed you, don't buy it. They have zero intention of fixing the actual issues you guys had or taking responsibility for what they did. They just want to gloss over everything and slide back in without doing the work. It's pure avoidance. The worst case scenario is they are not coming back because they love you. They are coming back because they have no other option and they are lonely. They might have other situation on their side going on that they are not telling you about. So even if you do get back together, you will be left with this, uneasy feeling because nothing was actually resolved. If your breakup involved cheating, lying, or trust issues, it's just gonna happen again. I mean, you shouldn't even go there, right? If you are a couple, this person is not gonna be the one to end it, which means they are waiting for you to say the word while they are doing their own thing behind your back. They are basically keeping a backup plan, whether that's another person or just a different lifestyle or, whatever. They've already got their exit strategy ready. Their inner thoughts are honestly pretty trash. You were significant to them, sure. You left a mark on their life, sure. But their motives are just not honest. With the King of Wands, they still have a physical attraction to you and passion in general. They want you when they want you, and they hate it when they feel you slipping away from the control. Like I said, the manipulator energy is very strong. This is not pure love. Okay, let's see their future action. Their actions match their shady thoughts. For those wanting an ex back, will they beg for you? Absolutely not. They might send the breadcrumb text, like, hey, how are you? Or some drunk text. But it's not a sincere request to fix things. It's just a bait. They are bored. And with the Eight of Cups, they've already emotionally checked out. If you try to have a serious conversation, they will dodge it or take forever to reply. Like I said, they miss the feelings of you or the need for you, but they know it's over. If they reach out, it just keep things casual. No weight, no responsibility, no strings, friends with benefits at best. And it will not end well. I usually don't tell my clients whether to get back together or not because, energy shift and it's your choice. I cannot get involved. But in this case, I'm telling you to be extremely careful. This flow is very strong. And if you're a couple, it's just gonna stay in this dead state with no effort. And if you do break up, they might pull the let's still friends card. They just want to keep you on the hook while they weigh their options. They will never fully commit. I always hope for a positive reading, but this pile just is not it. My advice is if you're broken up and they reach out, you need to be ice cold. Don't let them mess with your head. And I know we've all been there, done that. You get soft because of the history. But if you must meet them, set your boundaries in stone first. And for couples thinking about leaving, you walk away first. That's the only way they might actually reflect on themselves later down the lane. It's your call, but I hope you make the right one. Check back later when the energy shift. And that's all for pile 3 today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi everyone, welcome to those who picked pile 4. I think it's been almost 2 months. Honestly, my life has just been, chaos lately, so I couldn't get any videos up. I'm gonna try to my absolute best to stick to a regular schedule and be consistent for you guys. Anyway, let's dive into today's reading. Today's topic is their true feelings and their next move. First, we're gonna look at the first line to check the vibe of your relationship and a bit about their personality. Okay. The common energy I'm picking up here is anxiety. This person might look like they've got it all together on the outside, but trust me, they don't. They're basically on the verge of mental breakdown, but are forcing themselves to hold it together. I see them tossing and turning at night. Their brain just won't shut up. The reason for this breakdown, it could be you, or it could be that they're completely overwhelmed trying to juggle 2 different things like work, money, or family, 2 different lives. They're running around like crazy, but the results are not meeting their expectations, so they are incredibly high strung right now. The energy in this card is just very sharp and edgy. Personality wise, they are very smart, like scary smart. They are articulate, logical, and quick on their feet. But that quick judgment is not always right. It's often just a high-level defense mechanism disguised as aggression. On the surface, they look stable. Maybe they have a solid job or a certain status or even a stable family in the background. But deep down, they don't trust anyone. They are paranoid. Those people who start worrying because things are going too well. That's who they are. If you are in a talking stage, this person is weighing you against something else big time. They will be all over you one day and then go radio silent the next. It's enough to give anyone whiplash. They're giving off total disorganized, anxious attachment vibes. If you are a couple, you might look like a perfect stable pair to the world, but there is a power struggle happening. One person is trying to call all the shots. There's a lack of trust, and when you fight, it's explosive and toxic. And if you are broken up, this person is the type to drunk call you in the middle of the night, wait for you to react, and then pull I need to time card, push you away again. They keep sending mixed signals. But the real issue with pile 4, I'm seeing third party involvement 100%. This is gonna apply to a lot of you. I see cases where someone is married or in a committed, deep relationship, but they are trying to keep a secret romance with you on the side. We are talking a spouse or a life partner, not just a casual girlfriend. Look, I've seen it all cases in my readings. Sometimes people are genuinely in love but cannot live because, kids or financial ties, whatever. But this is not that. This person has zero intention of letting go of their stable setup over there. That's just the vibe I'm getting. This might not be everyone's story, so just take what resonates. Let's look at their true feelings in more details. Honestly, the cards say it all. Regardless of the scenarios, their mindset is the same. This person is likely to feed you a bunch of total BS, like, let's make this work, or I think about you all the time, or, I care about you so much. But the moment you take them seriously or ask for more, they pull a disappearing act. Their accountability is at zero. They come to you when they need something, but the second you need them, they start making excuses about their realistic circumstances to stall and control the pace. And the circumstance probably sounds so believable that you feel like you have to trust them. But I feel like some of you watching this already have that seed of doubt. You're probably watching this because you're suspicious. Well, if that's you, your gut is 100% right. You seem like such a catch. And this person is basically narcissistically obsessed with the fact that they have someone as great as you. It's total possessiveness, 100%. It's honestly pathetic. They don't love or understand the real you. They see you as a trophy. And since I mentioned that some of you are catching on, when you start questioning them or acting indifferent, how do they react? They act like victim. They get all indignant and wronged, or they even flip the script and get mad at you. Isn't that just low? But here's the thing. If they're gonna be a villain, they should be at least be a confident one. But they are still losing sleep because they are terrified. Terrified? Why? Terrified that the mess they made will blow up in their face, or that they'll lose you. And if there's a third party, they're terrified of getting caught by their primary partner. And how do they deal with that anxiety? They dump it on you. They'll say things like, I'm being so sincere with you, but you are making so hard for me. You don't understand me. They are guilt tripping you to keep the situation in their favor. I mean, what's wrong with this person? Let's see their future actions. I don't expect a miracle from someone like this, but let's look anyway. Just as I thought. Pile 4, energy is consistent. I told you they're smart and good with words, right? But you're just as smart as them. You've got the intuition that tells you something is off, and the thing is, they know you know. So what's their next move? Exactly what the cards predicted. They're gonna give you an offer you cannot refuse. Okay, let's start over with a clean slate. They will lay out some realistic sounding plan of how they're gonna treat you better. But in this spread, that's not a sincere apology. Which means they are only doing this because 1. They're trying to quiet down the drama. 2. they don't want to lose you. And 3, they want to squeeze something more out of you, whether it's money, pleasure, or some kind of help, but you will know they want to squeeze something more out of you. They will make these grand, flashy promises, but then they will act like a page. Pages are the lowest rank. They're timid, slow, and they're always testing the waters. It's a classic breadcrumbing move. They are watching your reaction to see how little they can get away with. I feel so frustrated. Think of it like a con artist. It's an example. They start by borrowing a small amount and paying it back perfectly to build the trust, right? Then, once they have your trust, they take the big money and run, right? The context here is the same. They will do small favors or say the right things just to keep you hooked so they can get something bigger later. The Seven of Swords is the highlight here, the card of deception. I'm so sorry to be the one to tell you this, but when I look at the energy of pile 4, I see all kinds of bad news. Men who are after your money, cheaters, player using people for sex, all kinds of bad people. Ultimately, this all falls under the Seven of Swords, and it's backed by 8 of Cups. So, which means if you are in a secret relationship, they will stick around until they get bored or tired, and then they will bail. And if they are using you, once they have their fill, they're gone. The common denominator is, once they've got what they wanted and they're satisfied, they leave. They run away. But of course, they don't want to be the bad guy. So they will probably pull the victim card, acting like they're the one who's suffering so much that they have to leave. They will leave you with a pot of guilt while they walk away clean. Guys, do not fall for this "let's try again, trust me" speech. This person puts their own comfort way above anything else. If you are not ready to let go yet, put your guard up. Protect yourself. Stop listening to what they say and start watching what they do. Use your head, not your heart. Honestly, I'm really worried about my pile 4 people. I'll be praying for your peace and happiness. That's all for pile 4 today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye!